My father had a pharmacy in the south side of Chicago. During Prohibition, I guess, he sold bourbon for medicinal uses.
The O.F.C. distillery, or old-fashioned copper, was founded actually in 1870 by a man named Colonel Taylor. He was a visionary in the world of making bourbon from Kentucky. He used a lot of copper tubing, copper-lined vats, and was very interested in pure ingredients and quality control. He actually sold that company in 1878 to a man named George T. Stagg, who was the person that distilled this particular set of bourbon. These were done in 1917, right before Prohibition started in 1920, and then they were actually bottled in 1933 when Prohibition was basically ending. George T. Stagg was also a visionary. He innovated climate control in the distillery, and Stagg was one of the few distilleries that had a government permit in order to make whiskey during Prohibition. And the reason it says for medicinal purposes only, because that's the only way you could get any kind of alcohol during Prohibition. Then in 1992, the George T. Stagg distillery was sold to Buffalo Trace, a top brand in the market. We have 3 bottles out of the boxes, and we can see that the level on them are all different. There is some evaporation that happens over time, but there's also important, the color should be this wonderful kind of caramely color. If I had to throw kind of a broad auction estimate on the 6 bottles, from $12,000 to the high end of $30,000 for the 6 bottles.
For the 6. And so I have probably another 6 at home, and it would depend on the levels and the color as to what their value would be.
Correct. Collectors and connoisseurs are just like wine people, are very picky about how things look.